everybody, welcome back to Covers and Commentary, and welcome to another episode of Drummer Reacts. Now, I have had so many requests for Drumeo videos, and I have a list now of just Drumeo videos, as well as just a list of El Estepario Severiano and a bunch of others. I'm working my way through these lists now. I'm going to have so many lists, but I bumped this one up the list because I really wanted to listen to it. I read the description. This is Nic Collins, who I'm not as familiar with. I know he played with Genesis, but he is learning Avenged Sevenfold almost easy, as fast as possible. And I'm not familiar, like I said, with Nic Collins, but I am familiar with the Rev. Oh my god, if he learns this song as fast as possible, that is going to be amazing, because the Rev was a god among drummers. So let's dive in and have a listen to Nic Collins learning Avenged Sevenfold as fast as possible.
An extra ride. I don't like this, dude. You're way too
An extra ride. Oh, it is definitely almost easy. Yeah.
The only part now that I'm really not comfortable with is the two ride thing.
It's the signature part.
It's the signature
You're gonna
part.
Ask somebody else to do this for you.
Oh, don't give up.
Instead, we're gonna put it out to millions of people on YouTube.
That's interesting
Hey,
that he's doing.
I'm Nic Collins. I play
He's
drums
doing
with my dad,
two.
Phil Collins. I've played drums with Genesis. I have my own band,
Oh,
Better Strangers.
he's literally
Near
Phil
the end of
Collins.
my time
Oh,
at Drumeo
Phil
for a
Collins.
shoot, and Brandon's decided to torment me one last time. He's giving me this extra ride that I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with.
You're gonna need it.
Over there? That's all I know about.
Over there.
So on the iPad, you'll see a song at the top of the list. This is the song that you're going to be learning. So feel free to hit play.
Okay.
Yeah. I love this song so much. It's so fun to play too. It's interesting that they brought out two, because like when I've played it and practice, I just basically play it all up on my single ride and just cross under my arms. To me, it's almost easy. It's interesting that they placed that right over there. I don't actually know how the Rev played his kit setup, now that I think about it.
I knew it was coming. I knew that was happening somewhere.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, I want to see this guy
man.
learn to play it now. This is going to be
No
fun.
mercy on me.
No
Okay.
mercy.
Have you heard that song before?
No.
Almost Easy by Avenged Sevenfold.
Almost easy,
That's
baby.
The Rev on drum.
It's the Rev. Oh, what a legend.
I never really listened to Avenged Sevenfold.
Love that, man.
But I get why you gave me
So
the other
good.
ride now. That totally this makes sense now.
And it's an AAX. Wait, is he playing Sabian?
So the only part that I'm not used
Okay.
to doing is the you got, you know, the.
Yeah.
Ah, that's hard.
If you do doubles on
So
it, they're
like-
like... Bah, bah, bah. What did I just...
That's easy.
It's almost like I've done session drumming and have made an effort to take shortcuts in certain things when I play live. Yeah, so what he's doing there, just to break that down real quick, is he's playing, it's off, so if you listen...
So like.
Yeah.
That's hard. It's almost so like.
And so when you're doing that, you're doing that kind of setup. You really do have to pay attention to like keeping everything else in time if you're not as familiar with separating everything out. What he's doing to make it easier on himself is he's just basically playing it on doubles. So that way when you're playing that, you've got an underlying basically two hits. So every hit with your hand on the snare and every hit with your foot on the bass drum, you're keeping that, you're basically keeping that in sync with the, well, in his case, the China cymbal. It just makes it easier. It for a drummer, it mentally helps you keep things in check instead of trying to keep everything separate. Yeah.
That's easier. Already cutting corners.
Already
you know?
cutting corners, hey.
I mean, no one's the Rev, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
this guy rips, man.
Look at that double bass work.
series is super
Yep.
popular with people who don't even play the drums. And if you're watching this right now and you think you might like to try drumming for yourself, I'm excited. Because for the first time ever, you have the option to get everything you need to start drumming in a single click. We partnered with Elisa's to create a limited edition
I've played their
beginner
kits
kit
before.
that includes 1 year of unlimited drum lessons.
That's
You'll
actually
have
pretty
all the
cool.
lessons, songs, and workouts you need to learn to play this instrument, plus a drum set that works in any living situation. You can visit the link down below.
The
and
only
check out
complaint
this
I have
limited
with that
edition kit
is
while
the
supplies
hi-hat.
last.
I hate starter hi-hats that like don't have actuation. It's literally just a switch. So,
You know what?
yeah.
This splash is gonna serve me no use whatsoever.
Get that splash
right.
out of there. Move the ride closer. That is interesting that they've got them spread out like that. I would love to see what the Rev's kit looked like, or well, how he played it. Okay. He's
Oh God! It's like as soon as you try to
Yeah.
figure something out, it goes to the next part. This is brutal, Brandon. Is there like a pen and paper I could use? I
Oh,
would
he's
like to,
gonna
like,
go
mix
to the
these
thing we saw. So he's probably gonna do what we saw with Megadeth's drummer, where he wrote out the song structure. I will say, like, I don't know if this is how he traditionally sets his kit up, if this is like his kit or a kit set up the way that he normally does it, but like, I love the sound of toms with no resonance heads at the bottom. It sounds so aggressive, but also like he's got those cymbals so high up. They're all Sabian except for, I think, is it an AA? I think it's an AAX. It might be a Sabian. I can't remember. Or not Sabian. It might be the same layout. I don't remember.
Like, make notes and all that.
I'll write out the structure to remember.
He's
what
writing
it
out the
is.
structure. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like 8.
Oh, he's using
Sometimes
Remo heads,
I'll-
okay.
I'll write out like snare hi-hat part, and I'll
I
write
think
that
these are
down,
Gibraltar
like, in order.
drums. I can't tell which type of kit this is. I think
do
it's
I call
Gibraltar.
Hard part that I can't play yet. That's literally what I'm writing.
Oh man, his note structure is probably as just messed up as
How you
mine
doing?
is. I love
I'm
it.
okay. I've lined up a structure stuff that I think helps me. I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna.
Well,
do
he put it
another-
on the
just
tom
run through the
instead
same
of
as what
the-
I just did. Just every time picking up.
I guess
on
he's not
more
using
stuff.
that tom. Yeah. Yeah. It's so interesting they separate them out. I'm like fixated on that because every time I've played a song like this, I have one ride, so I just use the ride. Yes.
Fourth double.
Oh, so he's using
second
HHXs
straight,
around
okay.
the kit, and then they got an
The hard
AAX on
part
the
is
side. I love the editing in
don't
these
even know
videos.
if I can play the ride thing right now. I need to figure that out.
Yes! Yes! That is such a good practice technique. If you don't know what, well, you might be able to just by context clues piece together what he's doing. You take something that is super complex. I was working on a project for a friend recently, and I had to do this, where you take something that's super complex that you're struggling with, and you slow it down, and then you slowly ramp it up. Now, for what I was practicing, it was a solo, so I couldn't really do that because the solo kind of is a one-take thing. But for a technique or a, you know, in this instance, for like a fill, where you're just practicing the fill, you just do that fill over and over and over again, increasing in speed until you're up to the speed that you want, and then you go back in and you try to implement it. That is, I love seeing this stuff because it's exactly the stuff that if you're learning drums, you need to know how to do. This is beautiful.
Play the ride thing right now. I need to figure that
Watch this. Yep, starts out slow, especially because he's doing the double bass in it.
out. Let's
Nice.
do a run through, and I'm gonna try to go all the way
Let's
through
see it.
without f***ing up the section.
I love this guy's attitude. This is great. Oh, close. Very close. What's also hard that you're probably not hearing super well is for that drum roll, when he's doing the drum roll, he's doing double bass. He's doing that with the drum roll before going to the ba 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 to follow into the verse. So like, have a listen. Yeah. Yeah. So I take it he's probably not using that tom since, you know, there's a clipboard on it instead of putting it on the music stand, but okay. He's doing really good. There you go. He's getting it. That was interesting.
It's always that same spot because I keep thinking there's two choruses.
That is a very difficult transition.
God. I'm allowed to struggle through this one. This one is hard. This is definitely one that if I was told you've got to play it tonight, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to ask somebody else to do this for you. But
hey,
instead,
man,
we're going to put it out to millions of people on YouTube.
There you go. You got it. God, I love the sound of that crash ride. Yep. It is an HHX. So he's using HHXs the whole way around, and then they gave him an AAX ride, which is close enough in tone. I don't think they really ring as good, but still good. For a bell, yeah, AAX and HHX are fine. Oh, he's using an 8. Okay, wait a minute. What do we got? Let's go to the top view again. I want to see the top. Let's see. HHX. So he's using HHXs all around. He's got a standard HH ride. I don't know what China or hi-hat that is, but, and I don't know, is he using Remos on the floor toms? Maybe he's just got those adjustments, the little adjustment pads covering the, no, those are big logos. I don't know what he's got going on. But yeah, the reason why it would make sense to use something like an AAX along with, I thought it was an HHX, but he's using an HH, which actually kind of makes sense. The bells, if you look how big the bells, the rounded part of the top of the cymbal is, it makes sense. Those are very big, very pronounced, makes it easier to hit them when you're trying to play like the rev. Okay, so he's filling it in with a snare roll in the middle. Yes! Get it! Oh, I love that. I love those cymbals. Yeah, I mean, the bell works well in the HH, so... It's funny because I thought it was an HH. Do they make it? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've bought cymbals. Is he not using the toms? He's getting the ride bits. Okay. Little mess up there, but the transition, remembering where you're at, is so hard. You can hear him almost go into double time for the snare drum and then correct himself and go into that riff they were doing. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I need to get one of those cymbals for myself. He's nailing it, I tell you what. Yes, I do like the fact that he's using two different Crash Ride style cymbals, depending on whether it's... He's using two different Crash Rides, let's go back there, depending on which part of the song it's on to really like make it stand out. Oh, I just realized with the foot camera, if you watch his foot camera, he's doing double hits with a heel toe. It's not even heel toe style, but he's bouncing it. He's not using the double bass for it. Let's that Watch his foot. But he's doing it with one foot, which is really... It's a way to do it, but it's not easy. Nice work. Yes, he got the double time transition. Also, they took his clipboard off the tom and put it on a music stand. He knows, he's like, I got close. Okay, so he did go with the double hit, and he's just accenting. So what he's doing there, instead of what you normally hear in the song, which is what he started with, he's just accenting the off time, which makes it a bit easier, because if you're hitting it every time in pace with the bass drum and the snare drum, but you're accenting the off hits, it still gets the effect across. It's sort of, compared to what the original was, I would say it's like a cheater way, but like they said earlier, nobody's the Rev. So he's doing a great job using a method that still sounds great. Yeah. Yes. Oh, he's not doing the two-hit accents. He has not used the toms once during this song either, I just noticed. Like, I was looking for it in one of the parts. Yep. Yep. Yes. I love, this sounds terrible to say, but I love when professional drummers make mistakes trying to do stuff like that, because it shows like you're not a drum machine, you're a human. And listen to this. That part. He Yeah, he almost got there. Yes! He is not using the toms at all. That's interesting. I wonder why he's not using the toms. Probably because there's just so much else he's focusing on. Huh. So close, man. Yo!
Okay, so my approach to
let's hear
learning
it.
a song like this, or I mean any kind of song, I mean it kind of differs depending on the genre. Something like this where there's kind of key sections and you can tell that the drummer has written some hooks. Listen to it a few times and internalize it, kind of knowing what the song overall is, and then listening to it and making notes. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope it kind of helped you a little bit.
That was great.
Insight to my process when approaching a song like this. This was kind of totally out of my comfort zone, but I'm glad I did it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you later.
That was awesome. So yeah, his approach, I mean, with the way he just talked about it, yeah, it's kind of clear, like, it makes sense that he didn't use the toms, because he was trying to focus on the hooks for the track itself, which works because he hit them and he knew where they were for the most part. He missed one, or not missed, but he went in early on one part, but corrected himself and got there anyway. That's really interesting. I love seeing drummers in the studio figuring stuff out like that, because it really reminds me of like what I used to do. Because this is the stuff where like they didn't give him the sheet music, they had him learn it. And this is what I used to do because I couldn't read sheet music. So like hearing a scratch track from a drummer who got sick and I had to record for them, or hearing a song without a drum track and getting some ideas, some notes from the artist, from the rest of the band who knows what they want or has an idea of what they want and wants me to implement it. This is exactly the kind of stuff that I would do, and like writing down the structure, figuring out where certain things go. It's great, and especially if you're a drummer who doesn't know sheet music, learning to play by ear is extremely important, and I highly recommend, if you're even remotely interested in drumming, that you practice that. Figure out where the drums go, figure out what they are, get used to separating each instrument out in your head, by ear, to figure out what each of them is doing, so you can be a little more active in the play experience instead of just kind of trying to parrot what you think is close enough. So really good stuff. I liked the ad in the middle with the drum kit, because like that kind of thing is really awesome for beginner drummers. So that's really cool. And yeah, this was a great lesson in how to learn how to play a song from who was, in all intents and purposes, one of the most legendary drummers of all time, the Rev. So yeah, epic stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure to like it. If you want to see more like it, definitely make sure to subscribe so you don't miss more content like this. I have a list now, don't worry. This is a Drumeo week. We got another Drumeo video coming out later, hopefully, as long as this one doesn't get flagged. So yeah, we're getting some stuff taken care of. So hopefully you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for being here, and have a good one.